All right, three big topics to get to. We start with this Fox Business alert. We are awaiting the September jobs report, which will be released at 8:30 a.m. Eastern this morning. Economists already eyeing it with what it's saying about the road ahead.
Yeah, and dock workers are off the picket line this morning after negotiators reached a tentative agreement on wages. Easy for us to say, Todd.
Easy.
Cheryl Casone from our sister network Fox Business is here with more. Both stories, big deals.
These are big stories. We've had a long week. It's tough to pronounce words sometimes on a Friday, especially when we've had the news week that we have had
Bingo.
as colleagues.
Yes.
But let's talk about, so first, let's get to the jobs report issue, okay? So we are going to get the jobs report for September. That's at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. We're going to cover it on Fox Business. 140,000 jobs expected. Now, if that number comes in on the heavy side or the lighter side, that can really move the market. Of course, the question mark, what the Fed is going to do in November when they meet again. Are we going to get a 50 basis point cut? 25 basis point cut, we shall see. Right now, the bet is more towards 50. But let's talk about this offer for the dock workers. So here's what we know so far. Fox Business has learned the conditional offer was for a 62% wage increase. Now I'm doing it. And let's, but the automation issue is what's interesting. They're going to have to figure this out between now and January. This is it's a pause. This was political pressure from the White House.
No
let's
doubt.
be honest. I mean, they were threatening Maersk and the other shippers, and you know, if we see price gouging, if you try to raise shipping rates, we're going to come after you. So the shipping companies came back to the table. But there's an interesting, the editorial board of the Wall Street Journal this morning writes this, on the waterfront, the sequel, and they say the dock worker strike is an education in monopoly union power. And they go on to talk about the different ways that this union in particular has an absolute stranglehold on this industry, and that we have not seen a union movement like this in decades, really since the 70s, because of the way that their contract is structured. And I won't go into the full details about it, but the way that they are paid, this is how Harold Doggett ended up with a $900,000 salary and a Bentley and a yacht.
Yeah.
And I will leave it there.
Yeah. You know, when it comes to money, though, 62% pay increase over, what'd you say, the course of 6 years?
6 years. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so do you think that it is a lot, but it's over a period of time? Do you think that could increase prices, or is it just minimal when all is said and done?
I think it's possible. We'll have to see. I mean, the shippers may just absorb the cost. We shall see.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of to be determined. But we did avert a serious inflation event in this nation.
And the automation issue still lingers.
All right, Biden student loans back in the news. And look, Cheryl, I understand that the government puts money into different buckets, but when you have all these people in the South, North Carolina, South Carolina, suffering right now, literally just begging for the basics of human life, it really is even more frustrating that this Biden administration wants to pour billions and billions of dollars on paying for degrees of underwater basket weaving and the like.
Right.
It is so frustrating.
Well, I mean, yeah, does the average American taxpayer really need to foot the bill to forgive Ivy League student debt?
Yeah.
That's kind of the phrase, if you will. But so, you know, basically the Biden administration thought they had a win here. They kind of won the plan to go forward, and then they lost it in about 24 hours because the case was moved from Georgia over to Missouri. So it's the legalities and the judges that kind of changed the course for the Biden administration. Yeah, but let's look at the specifics here. Missouri's Attorney General saying this is yet another win for the American people. The court rightfully recognized Joe Biden and Kamala Harris cannot saddle working Americans with Ivy League debt. Now, this plan would erase about $20,000 in student debt interest for an estimated, it's between 25 and 30 million borrowers under this particular plan. But remember, they have skirted around the Supreme Court, who stopped them from doing a wider plan a couple of years ago now. But again, it's the legalities, but it's a win in court for these 7 states, these 7 GOP-led states.
Okay, let's talk about McDonald's, shall we? What are they doing
now? Okay, so they're partnering up with this influencer, Kai Cenat.
Okay.
He's a really famous streamer. I had to learn about who this person was.
Raise your hand out in home
Thank
if you
you,
know.
Fox and Friends producers for. Okay, so anyway, he is going to be teaming up with McDonald's. They're going to release the Chicken Big Mac.
Yes.
So
yes, they are.
Let's go to the food portion of this. Lettuce, pickles, cheese, some kind of special sauce, and chicken. We'll see how this goes over. But yeah, this is a big, it's really McDonald's, classic American brand. You think it's going to be good?
Yeah. What's better than one chicken patty? 2?
It makes sense.
What's better than 2 pieces of bread? 3.
Because there are times I'm at McDonald's, like, I really don't want the Big Mac meat, but I kind of want the Big Mac.
Yeah.
Now they're accommodating me and the rest of America.
Sometimes you just want a regular burger.
Yeah,
but okay.
but there's also that. A little something for everybody.
Don't
Cheryl,
miss.
thank you so much.
Cheryl, Mornings with
Happy
Maria.
Friday.
We appreciate it.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.